Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, as the title suggests, Lulu, the definition of entitlement and arrogance on General Hospital. I have a long and good feeling that I'm going to be on Lulu's neck for a very long time. Now, we got a lot to talk about. And then, on top of today's title, General Hospital Days of Our Lives, Born and Beautiful and Young and Restless, let's sit there and do a quick roll call. And of course, before we do that, let's give a very special shout out to Tommy Smith. I'm going to read those comments first before I read any comments. Let's do roll call. Tommy's in the chat, Chris is in the chat, Amy's in the chat, Amber's in the chat, Blackmon, aka Mr. GQ, is in the chat. Danny's in the chat. Gemini's in the chat. Ed the Bank is in the chat. Gemini's in the chat. I said Gemini already. Danny R is in the chat. Valerie is in the chat. How are you doing? Queen of the South is in the chat. How's the lovely queen doing? Double C is in the chat. Cherry Iceman's in the chat. J Blue is in the chat. Big Samuel's in the chat. I'm ready to talk. Yes, exactly. Samuel, you came to the right place, my friend. It's good to see you again. Blackmon says, love your review on Born and Beautiful. Well, thank you, Blackmon. Thank you. I appreciate that. I had to sit there and come in. I had to come in strong, Blackmon, every day. Texas Twisters in the chat. I got Crystal. Crystal's in the chat. How you doing tonight? And Texas Twisters in the chat too. Okay, so let's sit there and read Tommy's two comments first. Tommy says, Victor's so jealous of Jack, he needs to let it go. I can't stand Victor. He got a big ego. Michael is right. He needs to let it go. I hope Jack wins. He also says, Ridge don't respect Brooke's daughter. If my boyfriend called my daughter a bitch, I'm dumping that Ridge is so out of pocket. Brooke needs to dump Ridge. And I agree with both of those comments. Tommy is coming in with some very strong words, and you know what? I second that. Tom, what's good? Samuel says I have a lot of problems with B&B. LaShaw's in the chat. It's funny, Gemini, because I'm pretty sure Kyrie said the same thing. Crystal says you're calling it about bold. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you. Yes. I mean, it's true. Like, what Rich did was just so out of pocket. You sat there and you called her daughter a little bitch. And you know what Brooke did? She just went there. She just went there. Like, who does that? Who does that? Okay, I'm gonna sit there and say my comments first real quick before I start answering Ez and J Blue's comment. You know how I do. There's 33 people in the chat. There's only one of me, so I cannot get to every single comment. But hang out, have a good time, and I will sit there and get to your comments as soon as I can. Let's start off with a little. Oof, it's good. I'm gonna shake this bitch up. As says, I get Lulu wants to find her daughter, but going after Nina, hanging up her phone, and not only telling Jack to start dialing. Oh, she was hell out of pocket. And yeah. But thank you, Tommy. Always appreciate you. Francis, Albert, why aren't Ridge and Eric notifying the police about the takeover? What is the police going to do? The LLC papers getting filed are not illegal, not legal. Ridge had fired Carter before he fired the papers. I get that, but here's the thing, though. But the thing is, Gemini, let's just be real. You wouldn't want any man that they're talking to your child like that. That's the thing, Gemini. You could sit there and say, hope is this, hope is that, hope is the third. But I mean, let's get LaShanta. Yes, Ed, yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna talk about that too. Um, well, come on, Gemini. Seriously, I get that people don't like hope. I get that part. I really do. Um, well, let's be real. It's not about um. Oof. LaShawn, let me tell you something. Jay Z is in a lot of trouble. He's in a lot of trouble. Okay. I so it wasn't so much that Rich was out of pocket while he talked to Hope, and I know Gemini Smith is saying Brooks spoke work about Thomas, but you don't exactly. Gemini, Black Mom says it was a man. It was a man calling Hope that you just don't say that to a woman, especially being a man. Well, we can kind of disagree to agree on that, but you don't sit there and say that to somebody's daughter in front of their face. That's the part that's out of pocket. It's like, I understand. Like, it's from Brooke's point of view, the fact that she still sat there and said that I'm gonna stand by you, which is that's the part that's like Gemini says, "Come on, we are not going to play Hope crying me sad tears when she's done something wrong." Blackmon says, "No, you can't. Period at all. There is no." Alyssa J was good, love. It's good to see you. Princess Rich helped raise Hope and talking to her like that was awful. Jamie said there's also a lot of racial undertones when Rich was going off and Carter. The forces are also coming off as if Carter is too stupid to think for himself without hope. Hmm. Damn, it's good to see you, Alyssa. Tom Tess says don't like Lulu at all. You're right. Entitlement act, etc. She just like her parents. Period. Jeez can miss me with the storyline. Hmm. Ed says Albert at watch some of Kyrie's streams. Why are people thinking TJ and Luke is going to be a thing? Friendship is what's happening, and TJ becoming interested in a man would make sense. Blackmon says my brother called my mom dad word and I lost it. No, I mean here's the thing. I get that. I get that. And I maybe it's more of a personal thing for you and kind of more of a trigger. Um, but I guess part of me just looks at well, I'm gonna get back to that in a second because I can see nuances. What why is it so loud for? What's good, Jakaris? Gorgeous Queen Jessica Love is in the chat. Francis is Robert Cyrus, definitely the actor says so on social media. Really? Wow, okay. Danny says I'm not a fan of Brooke or Hope or Ridge, but I'm starting to like Stephanie. Well, she's the queen of LA, so I can totally understand that. Oh, Clyde. Okay. Dollar Max is in the chat was good. Jakar said, y'all already not liking the new Lulu. I don't think it's not about liking the new Lulu as a actress. I think it's just more of her bitchy entitled attitude that some people aren't feeling. Tommy says, I don't like Steffi. No, she is the queen of LA. Um, as says Albert, Anna getting on my nerves because if she would have did her job, it wouldn't have tracked down Valentine. Thank you. Thank you, Jess. Thank you. Yo. Even Carly was like, "Boo, you might want to kind of slow down a little bit." And then when she broke that man's phone, I was like, all right, you know what? What's good, Allison? Tell you the truth, Carly was out of pocket too for what she did. And how you gonna sit there and start demanding somebody to do something for you and it's a favor? Oh, your birthday's on Saturday. Okay, Jakaris. Okay. That's what's up. But she's doing too much. Why not go to the cops then? Yes. Alyssa says it doesn't make any sense that Cyrus had motive. Yeah, I'm. It seems last minute. Francis says about how can GH have Lulu come out of a 4-year coma, have her liver transplant, be walking around like nothing's happening because it's just soap opera. I mean, I'm not saying it makes sense, but you be 20, be turning 25. Okay. Yes, I mean she kept that same energy, but honestly, tell you the truth, Nina should have smacked the fire out of her. I'm gonna be honest. Lashanta says, Albert, that lady constantly brings up Carly for a reason. Oh, um, what's good, Donna? What's good, Deluxe? All right, have a good night, Jakaris. Tommy says, why is Brooke defending Reg after he called her daughter? Yeah, that, like I said, that makes no sense whatsoever. She sat there and said, I want to still defend you, but you can't sit there and be blaming my daughter. But we way past blaming your daughter. He literally sat there and disrespected your daughter, and you just sat there and said, really not much of anything, to be honest. Alice says Lulu is kind of annoying. Yeah, she's and I think it was Ed or somebody sat there and said with Jocelyn, well, I don't understand that. In what universe do you honestly think? What universe do you honestly think that Dex becoming a cop would make him safer? Like what? Well, yeah, Black Man, that would definitely be out of pocket. Danny says, I don't understand why is Brooke not protecting Hope against Reg. It seems like Brooke don't even care about her daughter at all. Um, I wouldn't say that, but she's definitely out of pocket for not really, yeah, I don't understand that. Eh, Domek says Hope has been a little ridiculous lately, but she brought up a good point. Say Rich used to be like a father to her, and he pretty much turned on her for Steffi's benefit. Hmm. Deluxe said, "Was it me or did Anna say that Valentine kidnapped his daughter?" She did say that. He did sit there and say that, and it's like you do realize that Valentine is also Charlotte's father. So when Lulu was sitting there saying, "Well, daughters need their mother," I'm like, "Well, daughters need their fathers too." Like you didn't just make that kid up by magic. And it says, Carly really thinks she got it like that with Jack. Jack likes her, but she better stop testing her luck because she's about to find out if she keeps pushing, and which is even more crazier, is that you bugged his room, you betrayed him, and you act like, honestly, told you, Carly, your ass would be in jail. Your ass would be in jail right now if it wasn't for Jack. And you got your bratty little cousin Smith there demanding him to help. So yeah, it's definitely out of pocket. I agree. I agree, Alyssa. Blackmon says, I have to remember they're acting all friends off campus. Yeah, no, I mean definitely Blackmon, definitely. Let's not be one of those crazy people, you know? As says I said that about Jocelyn, and did Jocelyn also forget Trina's ex boyfriend? Yeah, no, I remember you sitting there saying that, yes. Um yes, no, I remember you saying that. Deluxe says Anna is about to get everyone locked up, including herself. Gorgeous Queen Cat Lady, sons need their fathers, daughter needs their mothers. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not. I'm just not. I didn't even have my drink yet. I'm just not. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Let me have my first drink before I go there. Oof. Samuel says Riz doesn't like any of Brooke's children. He doesn't even like Rick, and that's his brother. Ridge only wants Brooke for their relationship, but he doesn't like her children. Thank you, Ed. Thank you, Ed. Appreciate you. Tyrese Clark. Hope can't touch Steffi. She's the queen of LA. You're a clever man, Tyrese. Clever man. I saw your comment. Gemini says, I see Josh is still blaming Sonny. Yes, exactly. Kyla says, I don't. You don't what? Black most I just hate that word, and that is just me. Thorsten K is a great actor. He is just acting and saying what is written. Yes, it's yeah. Yes, that's true. That's very true. Yes, that's right. It's good to have the. That's right. Kyrie Clark, the one and only, is in the chat. By the way, this isn't noodles. This is well, ziti, I think. Goddamn bowl is a little bit too big though. See, Jess, I told you. I told you I would, try something a little different. Alyssa says it look like hamburger helper. I think it might be. I don't know. My aunt made it for me, so I know. Gemini has to kind of throw some people off a little bit. Whoa, Black Mom's getting spicy tonight. Okay, damn. I even said that lady says, "Lord, he's not eating his usual. Wonder if it's raining. It is actually raining. It's been raining all day. It's been shitty outside today. Oh no 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 no, Francis. No, I still got them scout on. Or as Cat Lady loves to sit there and say, "My Kool Aid," And it says I watched Monday's episode of Days and I like that Alex isn't playing with John. Oh yeah, he called him a little bitch. And he called him a little bitch. Yeah, so listen, you know I gotta sit there and have my Moscato on call. Harry says, "Oh, I breathe. I breathe. I thought you cooked it for a second. I was." Oh, Kyrie's Clark. That man always puts a smile on my face. You know, here's the thing, though. Listen, here's what I will sit there and say. Rather people sit there and think that Hope is or she's not. I would sit there and say this. Rich said that right to Brooke's face. Yes, you really want to go there tonight? You really want to go there tonight, Jess? Don't, let's not go there, Jess. Let's not bring up history. And by history I mean facts. By history I mean facts. But well, Deluxe, technically he went from mobster to like Christian to yeah, now. Ooh, Jess is already starting to be a little baddie. You were doing so good for a while, Jess. You weren't being sassy or anything. You know damn well what wound up happening with that cooking session. You know who fault that is. Oh, Dolmack says Brooke has never protected Hope when she was involved with Bill. He used to be pretty nasty to Hope too. He didn't settle down until she gave him a grandchild. Oh goddamn. Jay Blue says no. I keep telling y'all all that Cyrus hasn't changed. He was playing the long game. As says Albert, so Javi has Leo's ex hookup. Now Joy's staying in Salem, so the count official starts to Chanel finds out. LaShanta says Brooke tries Thomas and Stephanie to Hope, Riz direct and to the point. Basically, Smith is saying like it's okay. I get what you're Smith is saying. It's even Steven. And I get that part. Thank you, Francis. Yes, let me actually hit the goddamn like button too. I'm gonna have to cheat. What's good, Justin? Brooke is so blind to see Hope destroying a legacy Eric created. Well, technically, Stephanie had a hand in it, but okay. And Eric, when he just kept going on and on, I built this company. You didn't build that company by yourself, bro. Like, what the damn? It says Days of Our Lives, 1983. What the? I when I'm trying to look for something and then I see something else and it distracts me. Yeah, let me hit this goddamn like button. Nope. I mean, she's not helping, but let's be honest, yeah, I don't know. At the end of the day, she encouraged this takeover, and she sat there and she tried to play innocent. She tried to blame everything on Steffi and her actions and the Foresters and their actions. At the end of the day, it's like, you know, Gemini said, let's see what Brooke does when Carter offers her a job. And she better take it. What's good to Helen? Well, Allison, according to Kyrie's, what did you call that place? What did you call Hope's place? An unfurnished toilet seat? Is that what you said? And it says so Curtis wants to get his way. Drew doesn't owe him anything, but the truth is I wonder what he's going to do to get the company. That's true. I mean, the thing is he's acting very butthurt over a position that he was never guaranteed to get. Just as if Rich is Rich for because how the hell Carter was able to take the company. Yeah, you sat there and you signed the paper. Curry says unfurnished toilet, meaning it looks like. Thank you, Kyrie's. I love it. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Melissa, it's good to see you again. Just done the forces have no one to blame but themselves. I mean, yes. Yeah, but I mean, again, you just go right back to you just signed some papers you didn't even bother to sit there and look at. And seriously, that's business 101. You don't sign anything without looking at it. Like that's ridiculous. Donna says Rich is only guilty of trusting a friend, which most anyone would do. He didn't think his friend would backstab him. That's still bad business, like Jess says, and it's still his fault. Was good, Sierra? Was good. It's good to see you. Curry says Clyde needed to get got a long time ago. Hope that old lady get pardoned. But here's the thing, though. I wonder what Clyde was going to sit there and say because it almost seemed like he was going to say Abigail's still alive. Abigail's still alive. That's what I feel like he was going to sit there and say. You know, just okay because I know Tommy likes The Young and Restless. Ooh, I like that, Jess. Kyle was Smith is showing all this humility and sorrow for how he treated his family, including his mother. But the thing is, you only feel like that because you got what you wanted. Could have been Kyrie, so they could have brought in another actress. Who knows? But that's my point, though. It's like Kyle was only showing this humility and grace because he got what he wanted. Yeah, yes, Tommy, and yeah, yes, it was. Phyllis was being extra. Apparently, she don't mind Smith there going at Sharon even when her daughter's right there. Like she Smith there calling her a monster and a killer and everything was good, Kaiwan. And what the hell is it with that emoji? Um, and she's not even too sure. Well, just that's how some men are. Um make they make decisions based off the joystick. So that's true, Tommy. But again, he's a spoiled brat. He's only acting this way because he got what he wanted. And Vic, here's the thing. Victor is way too old to be sitting there doing this shit at this point. Donna said Phyllis is always extra, but she needs to stay out of Sharon's coffee house. Exactly. She was like, I'm so tired of sitting there seeing you everywhere I go. It's like, well, maybe you shouldn't be at, you know, Crimson. Maybe you shouldn't be at Crimson Lights then. How you gonna go in somebody's place with establishment and then say, oh, well, I don't want to sit there and see you? Oh, hold on. The great Victor Newman says that Lulu for you since her birth. I feel like I know you, unless you're new. Is that you, Dewan? Tommy says, Phyllis, they have Starbucks and coffee. Listen, they got what you call it. You can get you can get that coffee at Society. Black Mom says the whole bowl gets renewed, they bring in the fire. They're actually doing pretty well, so they're actually doing pretty well, so I can agree. Gemini says Carter has the company now what Hope doesn't design. Yeah, that's the thing though, Gemini. So Steffi and Ridge want to sit there and walk. Okay, cool. So I guess your company is just gonna go in shambles since you decide you want to put your foot down. Yes, Jay Blue. Jocelyn, your naivete is showing. Yeah, that's a nice way of me just calling her an idiot, but yes. Ed says Sasha's not gonna tell Michael and that's wrong. She's mad at Holly, but she's doing the same thing that was done to her. Yeah, she's being selfish as shit. You know, I kind of like that scene a little bit, Jess. I kind of like that scene. I'm not gonna lie. She was kind of a badass. Okay, and the thing is, she does have the accent, the sexy accent, and everything like that. So I was kind of here for it. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of here for it. I was like, okay. Jess says, wait, how do we know it's not Cody's baby? Because they never made love. Because I mean, doing that, Jess says she could never be a badass. Ooh. Courage says Lulu is very entitled and disrespectful, but I like her a little bit, though she's not a pushover like the other one. I give you that. I give you that. Yeah, no, I get it, Sierra. It's a lot. I get it with Y&R. You got it. It does take a little more patience. I give you that. And maybe I'm a little more motivated because of what I do. Yeah, they never, you know, did any of that. Gemini says Phyllis is too damn bold. I would have banned her from my business. Get coffee from the corner. Yes. Yes. Like I said, I don't know. I liked it though. As says so Drew and Willow sex plan coming out at the Q's Christmas party in the fall. Wait, what do you mean it's coming out? What? Black says the only way that word will be used if someone gets down and dirty with me. I would use my props. Ooh, my guy got some toys. Hmm. A very good imagination, my friend. I did, but I don't remember it though. Maybe I need to sit there and rewatch it again, Jay Blue. Yeah, I need to rewatch it again. Samuel says Lulu's been walking around for a few days and y'all already mad at her. Y'all would have been complaining if Lulu had sat in the hospital and learned to walk. Just says I'd rather her sit in the goddamn hospital and be quiet. Hmm. She didn't say goddamn. I just wanted to add that in there though. And Alyssa agrees. Lulu should have stayed her ass asleep. Yeah, I did actually go in on her today. What's good, Jonathan? Damn, they both Alyssa and Jess both wholeheartedly agree. Jay Blue says, let's hope the children are not in the room when that video is revealed. I'm quite sure Gia would have a crack about it. Tommy says Sharon needs jail time for framing Daniel and dumping Heather's body and breaking an entry. Yes, and I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree with that, Tommy. I really do. Oh, it's in the promo. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Then I will sit there and watch the promo again. I watched it really quick because I was streaming at the time, doing a live stream. So all right, thank you. Yes, Jonathan. Jenner brought listen, all of them brung it for the most part. They's kind of brung it. The only stuff I actually thought the only stuff I actually thought was interesting was the Clyde stuff. This whole shit with Leo and Carrie and and Javi, who just acts like a damn prima donna. I'm starting to just not care at this point. Carrie says, Albert, what would you have said if your partner's daughter screwed you over like Hope did? I wouldn't have sat there and called her that. I would have been mad, right? And yeah, I would have sat there and blamed her and stuff. But here's the thing, Carrie, is there's certain lines you don't cross, right? Like there's certain lines you don't cross, if we're gonna be honest. That was definitely crossing the line. And yes, I understand Brooke has said the same thing. Well, not like that. And the fact that Rich just sat there and took it is just insane to me. Um, I wouldn't have sat there and called her a nasty little bitch. Like that was, and the fact that, see, that's the thing that I lost respect in Brooke. Yeah, exactly, Jonathan. It's just like, you mean about, like the Javi and Carrie? It's so, like, I don't really care at this point. I mean, I know we're gonna get to what's good, Lisa. Yeah, Ridge was out of line. Okay, Jonathan. I just want to make sure. Um, the thing is, here's the thing. I get being upset, but I'm like, Javi, I don't think you've lived a perfect life. You've made mistakes too, and the fact that like you're being this annoyed and this pissy and acting on this high horse is a little ridiculous. That's the truth. I think Leo at this point just needs to just move the F on. Because I'm not begging or groveling for anybody. I don't care how good they look. There are certain lines even I won't cross. Harry says I never had much respect for Brooke anyway, so there wasn't much loss. I don't hate her anymore, but I always disliked her. Uh, on days. Saxophone music that days keep playing. I don't remember the music that. I don't remember that. You know what it is, Jonathan? I'm still used to the sexy saxophone music that they play on Bold and the Beautiful like they did today for no reason. Jonathan, I know this is just me and maybe just me to my own horn, but I'm starting to sit there. Oh, oh, Jonathan. Oh, okay, I get it. The music where they try to be funny and stuff like that. When it's like, oh, it's Leo being funny, so they start putting on the funny music. Yeah, that's what I call. I call it the funny music, Jonathan. But what's good, Lisa? I know what you're talking about, though, Jonathan. They do that every single time that they have Leo talking to somebody. It's like, yes, Crystal. Oh my goodness, they're playing it for me, Crystal. Okay, I know that they're playing it for me. They know that I review it. I review Bold and the Beautiful, and it probably was just my first reaction to when they did it with the Lisa is watching Survivor, but no, they play it literally because they know I get a kick out of it. Blackman says, so is Donna gonna leave Eric on bold? I hope not. I think she know better. Carrie says I probably would have said the same thing that Red said, but then again, I'm single right now. I don't know if I would have said that next to my partner, especially if the I can't tell if you yeah, I can see the emoji, you must be joking. Yeah, Jonathan, some I think it was Francis that said that. As says I'm looking forward to Ava. Oh, Ava and Kristen slapping each other, but Kristen do need to move on because I'm over Brady acting like he's too good for her. What's good, Spider Quake? Yes, and I got some comments about that too. That is true, Tommy. Kyrie is a savage. Spider Quake, I think you're going way too hard on Lulu. I just heard you saw I just saw your video. You don't want to hear she's a desperate mother, but she is. That was Spider Quake. uh, I would like that comment if I could. Oh, and Lockman got something to say about that comment, carries. That's true, Jay Blue, because Jack did sit there and say she's a teenage girl, you know. Yeah, Carius, I think the consensus is that you be capping right now, bro. Jocelyn says it looks like we're gonna see how far their relationship with Brady and Ava goes. I'm cool with that. Now Spider Quake says Lulu ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm sorry, what? What did he just say? What's good, CW? Just want to say how did Hope and Carter think the Forcers was going to respond? Yes, that's very true, CW. I'm okay. I'm sorry. I just let me let me also just read this shit first. I swear it's like my words fell on deaf ears despite a quick. Lulu ain't do nothing wrong. I don't even have to say anything. Thank you, Jess. Yes, yes, Alyssa. I feel bad for Chris, but she needs to move on from Brady. I want them together, but the way Brady has been treating Kristen is crap. It was a crappy thing for him to do. He knew exactly what he was doing, being manipulative and everything like that. But here's my thing, though. Kristen is a. Here's the thing. I love. Yes, with Erica Kane. I love Kristen. Okay, she is. She reminds me of Sharon Stone from the '90s, right? But the way that she gets so obsessive and weak for Brady, it just makes her character look desperate and stupid. And I'm just like, why do you keep doing that? That's the shit that just annoys me. Thank you. Donna says Lulu is not a desperate mother. She knows Valentine isn't going to hurt Charlotte, and she knows Charlotte adores her father. She acts like she was kidnapped for some random, yep, or some random or something. Thank you. Yeah, I don't think so either, Alyssa. Wink, wink. Sharon Stone is my girl, the only woman who did her own stunts in high heels. Wink. Listen, in the '90s, Sharon Stone used to be my chick. We'll just sit there and say that. And Kristen reminds me of her. When she starts doing this jealous bullshit, it's just like um as says Trina has to do it give Kai his credit for his half of the project. Trina did get on my nerves in that scene until she came to reality. Mm, her slamming the door in his face was kind of too much. Um, and maybe the time at the gym. But in all reality, I do kind of feel like Trina had a right to be upset to some extent. You know, her grade is affected by him, and I understand that he is on a scholarship and stuff like that. So you know, he has to sit there and go where the coach tells him to go. But I'm like, don't sit there and make, don't sit there and make a promise that you're not going to be able to keep. That's my issue. Ed says Krista needs to find a man with a similar background to her and has a kid and move on with her life. Just as if she's not screaming, she's whining about something, give it a rest. CW says, so when Carter said he wanted Forest Creation to be a safe place for everybody, does it include the people that screwed over to accomplish this? How did they think this would go as far as work environment? Oh, she's the star of the show? Okay. Yeah, sure. Eh, no, 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 no. Flag Greg. Lulu's not justified. Lulu came across as entitled, and if she would have sat there and asked for a favor instead of demanding it, like Jack works for her. Um, like Craig says, so who's worse, Trina or Valentine? Um, well, none of them is really worse. That's Valentine's daughter, And Trina is, you know, Trina's Trina. Lulu. Trina's actually fine for the most part. Lulu's the one that's there coming in, demanding stuff and acting like people should just start snapping their fingers. Like, how you gonna sit there and walk in somebody's office and start telling them what to do and that you're lying and hanging up the phone on them? Like, get the F up out of here. Sarah says, Josh or Lulu? Lulu. But I think she was just more dumb and naive than anything else. I should tell you she's quite quick. I'm gonna be honest with my guy and everything like that, but I think he may just need a little bit more sleep. All that sentence tells me is that you need a little bit more sleep, and I get it. Okay, I'm not exactly myself when I don't sleep. So I get it. Blank says I don't know who is writing for these characters nowadays, but you can create conflict without making characters insufferable. Yeah, and that here's the thing that goes for any show. What? Can everyone take a minute to sit there and read this comment? That Kyrie's Clark, aka Clark Industries, aka Kyrie's Corner, has just written. Okay, okay, because Kyrie's. You know what that just told me, Alyssa. You know what that just tells me is that Kyrie's Clark wants to be public enemy number one. Listen, Kyrie's. Let me tell you something. There's only one. There's only room for one villain in this soap opera community, and that's me. Okay. You be different shades of gray, but I'm the villain now. Okay. I generally like being an asshole at times. Okay. So just chill out. Let's just don't you start. Don't you start. Okay. Tommy says, let him be a Thank you, Tommy. I listen, I appreciate your support. No, Wink, I'm just being honest, you know. I don't want Kyrie to sit there and be public enemy number one. It's my title. Th- Thank you, cherry ice cream. Tommy says, I like to be an asshole sometimes. See, there's nothing wrong in embracing your inner villainous, your Victor Newman. I all got a little bit of Victor Newman in us. Some is a little more closer to the surface than others. Gary says, when was the last time we had a full black person pregnant by a black man? It's time Trina and Kai need to have a baby. Yes, There you go. And Jay Blue says, Kyrie's, what about TJ? I think their families are a little bit too connected for that. Oh, Donna, I totally forgot about the other person. CW says they just met like 5 minutes ago, and you have trained a bear for Black Mon says nothing wrong with bringing out your inner horniness out there. That's actually very true, Black Mon. Yes. Um. Yeah, Black Mon. We can embrace all our sides, all our different wonderful sides. I just happen to have a high libido. Get it? But I like your style, Black Mon. Tommy says, "Do you feel bad for Billy?" I mean, I do. See, Tommy, here's my thing, Tommy. Here's the problem with feeling bad for Billy. It's like feeling bad for Adam. These two people come from rich families, right? Like, what's like seriously? What's the worst that can wind up happening to them? They lose a company, they get fired. I'm sorry, Adam is not going to have to worry about. Black Mon says me too. I've been grateful. Have a night, J Blue. I respect your honesty, Black Mon. That's just being human. So there is nothing wrong with that. Oh, okay, guys. You want an 18-year-old, a barely legal 18-year-old, and a man that's like 25 something years old to have a baby together. Okay. But yes, have a good night, J Blue. It's really great to see you. Well, no, she's not. Tommy says Audra needs a job. She's not rich. Yeah, that apartment that hotel she's in is definitely not cheap. As says, what about doing things the right way and getting married and waiting a little while before kids come into the picture? And Kyrie's always wants. Have a good night, Francis. Harry says, ain't nothing wrong with it. How do we know he's 25? Well, we know he's older than 21. And this chick is barely out of high school. But you know what? Um, yeah, I don't even have anything to say to that. I feel like I have so many comments I have for you, Black. I don't even know which avenue to sit there and take. I mean, handcuffs or whipped cream? That's the question. That's the question, Black Mom, or both. You know, Tommy, I like that idea because Kyle, he definitely did not earn that. Well, good answer, Black Mom. It's kind of a trick question. I was hoping you was going to sit there and say both. Oh, damn, Kyrie. So, Kylie said handcuffs. What happened? Oh, just chat with my boy Black Mon. Talking about ideas and stuff. I mean, you're cool with both, right? Right, cat lady? You know, funny, I actually did sit there and see a pair of those one time, Black Mon, years ago when I went to the Poconos. And I mean, like years ago. I wanted to actually pick me up a pair, but I don't remember why we didn't get them. And it says, Albert, if you get drunk, you can blame Kyrie's for having you lost for words. That's true, Ed. I do love blaming people. hmm. Nice, Sky Lady. What about whipped cream? You cool with that too? Mm. Eagle Fang. I'm shocked you did not have days. Claudia being clapped by Cat's mom. Like, damn, I did not expect that. I I'm just wondering what he was gonna say at Eagle Fang. That's my whole. I almost actually want to do a review on Days. Blockman says mines are leopard print. Nice. You got style, Blackman. You got style. Damn, Kyrie says taking no president. I mean, taking no prisoners. Kyrie says got a can in my hand. LOL for my hat, my hot chocolate. Nice, nice. I like that. No, I want to watch it though. Yeah, it's really interesting. Eagle Fang. I still have to go back and watch the first one because I do like those type of zombie movies. So it is so weird, Eagle Fang, that that one's coming out so many years later on. I know Kyrie's taking no prisoners, but no, that's good to know, Cat Lady. You know what's interesting, Jonathan, is that I keep sitting there thinking about that. And I'm just wondering, is the actor going to come back? Right? Is the actor going to come back? Oh no, Eagle Fan, I'm definitely gonna sit there and watch it. I'm definitely gonna sit there and watch the trailer for it. I do feel like I want to go back and watch the first two movies again now. CW says, okay, question. How are Hope and Carter going to bring back Hope for the Future without designers? Because Thomas is long gone and spoilers claim Zende will be walking out after he found, yes, and I did sit there and see that. Okay. All right, Eagle, and I would definitely do that then. Thank you. Wing says the trailer is so good. Okay, all right. Now you got me hyped for watching this trailer then. Johnson says, and who do you think will be the most upset when the video of Willow and Drew comes out? Probably Carly. Probably Carly. Thank you, Kyrie. Yes, hit that goddamn like button because it really does help. I'm gonna hit it too. That means I gotta sit there and listen to my own voice, which is annoying, but it's necessary. Is that exactly, Kyrie? Monique, listen, whenever you're here, you're always on time, so I always appreciate seeing you. What the f is okay, I did hit the like button. Okay, just checking. You goddamn right, Wayne. Carly is going to go the F off. Probably not. I want it to happen. I want it to happen, Ed. Kelly says, well, you know what button I hit. Yeah, I do know what button you hit, Cat Lady. You hit that goddamn like button is what you're gonna hit. That's what you're gonna hit, Cat Lady. And I tell you much, I tell you this much. I don't want to sit there and see a dislike hit. I don't want to sit there. I don't want to see a dislike on there, Cat Lady. That's what I don't want to see. Queen Becky D, what's good, love? Thank you, Becky. Like and share, and now I can enjoy the chat. Thank you. Seriously, I appreciate that. And Monique says, Anna is getting on my nerves. Join the club. Johnson says, yesterday we got three people on GH who are willing to live characters without actually being willing to live characters. Okay, let me guess. Huh? Check that again. You know damn well what I said, gal lady. Interrogation, she knows what I said. Okay, so Anna, Marty, and who else? Jonathan. I got two. I got Anna. I got Martin Gray. What's the third one? Oh, Erica Kane. Is that it? Did I get that right? That way it says check that again. You know damn well what I said. That lady's so sassy. Okay, so okay then who? Oh, wait, Lulu used to be Babe. Okay, thank you, Wing. So the Lulu actress Marty 179 was good. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right, now I'm gonna have to go back and I have to watch that. Okay, all right, now I'm gonna have to go back and I have to watch it on YouTube. I gotta see what you're talking about. Exactly, Wink. That's why I was like, that's why when Jonathan was talking about kids from college, from like the land view. Exactly, Monique. But you know, is because Anna and Jason are about to have that amazing sexual hot loving in the afternoon. And I personally cannot wait for that to happen. I am going to be looking so forward to that scene when that happens. Hmm. Oof, I can't wait. Hmm. Yeah, CW, Anna and Jason. Anna and Jason and their hot sexual chemistry. It's just so goddamn hot. It's breathtaking, really. Come on, Donna. Come on, Donna. Don't be like that. As said for Brenda and Carl, you have to type Brenda and Michael scene. Okay. Brenda and Michael scene. Okay. Not you too, Wink. Not you too. Come on, Wink, Wink. Don't be like that. It's gonna be a very hot and sexual. You too, cherry ice cream? Seriously? Donna says, nope, I stopped watching. Cat lady, you better not have hit that dislike button. All right, Ed, I will definitely do that. And cat lady, hmm, cat lady, cat lady, cat lady. What am I gonna do with you, cat lady? What am I actually gonna do with you? You missed this. I put Carly on notice. She better act like she knows she ain't the only second woman in town. If she don't get Brennan attentions, bro. Oh, Reese is a character. Thank you, Jonathan. What if at least two of the college kids from Llanview are actually former kid characters from Let Live who have grown up now? Okay. You know this. I just thought when you said like characters or three characters, I thought you meant those characters I was talking about. But Ariana, and what am I gonna do with you? Ariana, is so good to sit there and see you. Seriously. Hope all is well with you. Hope is well with you in your world. As good. It's so good to see you. You're gonna like both Kanye and Carly fight. Yeah, I have to watch it again. Yes, it's possible, Jonathan. I just hope it's from the era that I actually did watch it on. Because there was a point I did. Johnson says one of them could be Natalie and John McBain's son, Liam. Ugh, I miss Natalie so much, Jonathan. Yes, it's really good to sit there and see you, Ariana. And Becky, Callie is acting up. Cat lady, what am I gonna do with you? Nope, I'm staying in New York, Monique. I'm gonna be with family. I already got all my Christmas presents done. Actually, tell you the truth, I had it done since like mid-November. So, what about you, Monique? I love how Cat Lady's not answering my question anymore, but okay. Yeah, it's fine. Just ignore me. Johnson says, and the other could be Jessica and Robert. I don't know who Robert is. I know who Jessica is. Um, Jonathan, my peak of watching it is when they had Jessica played by Erica. It was it Aaron Torpy or Erica Torpy? I was gonna do one. Oh shit, Duane, I thought you was in the chat earlier. There was somebody who came in here. I love Jess. You say the name Jessica? It automatically means her because, you know what? I'm not even going to go there. Oh, it's Aaron Torpy. Thank you. Aaron Torpy. Yes, that was my heyday. It says, I was too bad Natalia Buchanan never pulled up the poor Charles. I wonder what she's doing now. I used to love that actress. She was hot. There we go. There we go, 179. Now you're talking. Now you are talking. Yep, good old Natalie. I know, Carries, but you gotta, I mean, Jessica gotta remember that she's, you know, not the only Jessica on this planet. I mean, she's not the only Jessica on this planet. I'm just saying. Yes, 179. Yes. Oh, cat lady, just because you're acting like bad kitty, I'm gonna sit there. Okay, I knew you was gonna say something like that. Seriously, Dewan, somebody came in there, the only one who matters, and that's why I love chess. I gotta get a T-shirt like that one day. I gotta get a T-shirt that says I love chess. Justin, you missed out on so much. I did. I did. You know, like I said, Jonathan, one of my favorite characters besides Todd Manning at the time was Colin. I don't know why I like Colin so much, but I like Colin. And of course, Asa, which was like the damn star of the show. And I also like Blair too. Now Monique said, "Let's see how Carter and Hope run a fashion house without a lead designer, because Reg and Eric said they want help." Okay, I guess they're gonna watch their shit go to the ground then. They want to sit there and be a bunch of little stubborn piggies. Okay, fine. Let their company go to the goddamn ground. Yeah, me too, Ed. I mean, I know. I mean, to be fair, Ed, I don't know how much she wants to actually work. And I know her husband passed a while ago, but still. Wing says Nora and Ace were my favorite, but Blair was yeah, she was the Carly of the show. And say again, what I will always sit there and say was CW says Colin and Troy are both batshit. Yeah, they were, but I love both of those characters. Um, Wink, here's something I always sit there and say. You know, Carly. Before you had Carly, you had Phyllis. Before you had Carly, you had Phyllis. Okay, so without Phyllis, there really wouldn't be no blueprint for Carly. Also says someone said the SARS is the Mitch Lawrence of GH. That is so natural. Ariana says, how cold is it? It's not actually that cold today, which is really good. Um, because my heat still didn't get fixed yet. So um I'm actually very happy about that. Yesterday and today has actually been very chill. I mean, it's been shitty outside as far as the rain is concerned, but Ed says also it's Blair. Also, with Blair didn't always win like Phyllis. Yeah, Jess is very rainy and shitty and like. See, my issue is when it starts raining early in the morning and I can't go out to get Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, you know, I said I was going to retire this joke. That's good. When I wake up too early and I can't get my Dunkin' Donuts, I go right back to sleep until it's a lot more chill. Wink says also I feel like they copied the Davis girls off of Dorian and her girls. Hmm. Papa Doc is tough to compare characters from different shows because all the dynamics are so. Yeah, no, I get that, Papa Doc. I'm just thinking there's blueprints for a character. I mean, obviously they're going to change the character around a little bit, but like you can kind of see when the character was really popular and they made another character kind of off that character in a sense. Alexis is nothing like Dorian. Happy night, Ed. It was really good to see you, my guy, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. You're lucky, cat lady. I was about to sit there and bring out an old joke. I decided not sit there and say, Blackmon says, Duncan, we are talking now. Yeah, it's just like I said, it's been so rainy and shitty. Like even today is like I woke up kind of early, looked outside, and I was like, I'm good. I think I'll wait a little later. Seriously, Ed, I always appreciate you coming through. So definitely look forward to seeing you in the next chat. I mean, I do also kind of wish that there was a Starbucks around me. Starbucks does hit a little different. I mean, just does. I do like Dunkin'. Once somebody else says Asa was the Edwards of Long to Live. I don't know what Edward was like in his younger days. Jess says, I love Starbucks. What about Dunkin'? How do you feel about Dunkin', Jess? Vicky's the Marlena of Lambview. Damn, I do miss that show. I mean, I love Starbucks too, but it's amazing. So Spikewick actually loves the rain. He also loves the snow too, which I fucking hate. Um, I hope we get 6 inches plus snow this winter. I mean, why stop at 6 inches? Seriously, Spider Quake. Why don't you go for 9? Yeah, that's exactly what I said. Oh, thank goodness, Jess. Ariana says, oh, Jess, how do you feel about Dunkin' Donuts, though? I mean, we can agree on the Starbucks thing, but I love it, Black Man. I love it because I knew we were going with that. Yeah, you knew it too. You knew it too, Spider. You knew it. You knew it too, Cherry Ice Cream. You knew it too. Just as I like their breakfast food. Not a okay. So it's safe to say you're not a fan of the drinks. Oh, Cat Lady says I was hoping for 24 inches of snow so everyone can stay the F home. Oh, damn. Ariana says no Dunkin' Donuts. Hmm. No, Kelly. I mean, I feel like with that sort of attitude, you might as well just move to Atlanta, Cat Lady. Because I heard in Atlanta when it snows, everything just shuts the F down. Wang Swing said just skip right over 12 inches. Well, I mean, I wonder how Black Mom will feel about that. You like Dunkin' Donuts, um, Ariana? Yeah, Amber, I love her profile picture too. Johnson says the funny thing about Lulu hanging up on Erica Kane is that the actress who played Lulu played Babe on My Children. That's very true. Blackman says, would it go that high? See, the problem with that comment, Black Mind, is I feel like there's a double meaning behind that. 179 says, no snow here in LA. That's amazing. I think my only thing is 179 is that as much as I want to, and I kind of still do want to move to LA, but I kind of don't, is that y'all have to deal with, well, y'all got to deal with earthquakes. I got to deal with earthquakes. Black Mom says, that's why I said yes. That's why I was like, the expensive part is the bad part. But you don't. Here's the thing, though, Jess. I mean, I think I can move anywhere else that don't have to deal with hurricanes and stuff. But I mean, Jess, you don't have to deal with snow. You don't have to deal with 12-degree weather. Jess, you don't have to deal with 20-degree weather. You don't have to deal with shitty at well. Even if it does rain, it's not cold like that. Thurston says it is. Lynn says fires, earthquakes, and traffic. Oh damn. 170 says LA is hard is terrible. Don't bother. I just want to take a minute to sit there and really read this comment. Just as I was in Texas and it gets cold as wow. And homelessness. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, just Janet always sits there and says that it gets cold out there too. Spike Crick says no snow in our state also, Albert. We haven't gotten over 3 inches pause since like 2020. Oh sure. I just love this part though. We haven't gotten over 3 inches pause since 20. That's good. That's good. See that's the part that has to sit there and reread. That was good. See now it's always gonna be a double goddamn meeting when it does snow. I hope it doesn't go past 4 inches. Pause. Well, I was sit there. Blackman says, I want to say something, but I'll pass. No, 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 Blackman, please don't pass at this point. One, share with the classroom. Johnson says, what do you think will happen to the CW in the next 2 years? My hope is that they come to their goddamn senses because they done lost one of the greatest shows, ratings wise, that they had in a long time. And you just lost that shit. I still go back and I still watch Pinkley. I don't get it. That was it. Blackman. I'm sure there's more to that than just that. Um, Well, I mean, yeah, Spike Quick. They always, here's the thing, they always had wrestling. Wrestling was never the problem. Pinkly? It is. I don't get it. Maybe I should just look this up. God damn it. Oh, okay. Oh, oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. Oh my, okay. Well, I just learned something new. You know, Spider-Quake, it turned into nothing. It turned into exactly nothing. That's exactly. Where's my goddamn? Well, to be fair, Jess, I was a little kind of lost too. Um, hmm, that's new. You know, it's funny, CW, because I've been hearing that. You know, part of it, here's the thing, CW. Part of me makes me sit there and think about that just because Justin's like, well, I don't know. I guess we got to sit there and see what happens. Like, I don't know. Um, right now, it's nothing because it just seems like he just has this very fast defeatist attitude. Well, you know, Spike, you shouldn't know that, Spider Quake. That's what it really comes down to. You shouldn't know that. I mean, to be fair, when I was your age, I probably shouldn't have looked at some of the stuff that I looked at too. But well, I did. But I feel like that was probably the best in the long run. No, Jonathan, I just, you know, I go back and I watch Superman Low. It's like the last scene. I'm just like, Black Ma, you have no. I do not be sorry, Black Ma. I just learned something new. I just learned something new. So don't you dare be sorry, Black Ma. And to be honest, I kind of thought it was a little bit. To be fair, Black Ma, I thought it was a little bit more extreme than what you was going to sit there and say. So that was actually pretty tame, and I learned something too. So what the hell I was going to sit there and say to Jonathan? I just, like I said, Jonathan, I miss the good old days when you had stuff like the 100, because that keeps popping up in my YouTube algorithm for some odd reason, and I miss that show. Let's see who is. No, I miss that show though. Like I don't recognize it anymore. You know, I gotta sit there and see what everyone else is doing. Just as only seen a little bit of 100. It's good if you can watch the whole thing, Jess. It's good. Nikisha actually really likes it too, which I did talk to Nikisha too, by the way. Um, and she's doing well. Well, Jess, I don't know if you like a lot of sci. Well, I think you'll like it. But Jess, if you didn't sit there and see Smile too, um, let me know. But you didn't see Smile too, so I'll message you if you want to watch it on Paramount Plus. The CW is once network to TV. Yeah, I mean, but they were home to a lot of stuff though, Jonathan, like Supernatural and what was that show called that I really couldn't stand? That was a musical. My Crazy Ex Girlfriend. Okay. Like I said, Jess, I don't know if you have Paramount Plus, but if you don't, let me know. The one says I saw the final Superman Lois, it was good. If only Small Little had an ending like that. Oh, Smallville had an ending like that. Yeah. But Duran, um, Tom Welling said he stood by it. No tights, no flights. No tights or flights. This is also another reviewer noticed that since Carter filed papers after he was fired, they are invalid. He was no longer. Well, that's true, Donna. And by the way, who is this other reviewer? Can I take a wild guess, Donna? Is it called Life with Jessica? Donna, is that the person you're talking about? That's her name? Life with Jessica? Let me know if that's true. Oh, wink, wink. The worst show was Riverdale. I used to really like that show. I wasn't a fan of the last season. I wasn't a fan of the last season, but Donna said no soap dirt. I researched I researched it too. Okay. It's just, because the thing is, Donna, not a lot of people actually cover the Bold and the Beautiful. I mean, it was a CW's version of Riverdale, but like Johnson says now the CW is just generic and in the worst way. Well, yeah. Well, like I said, Jonathan, it's a shame. It's the end of an era, and I don't know. I always have fond memories of the shows. Wing says I liked it up until they started singing, but the kids getting hooked on Oh, Jingle Jangle. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That was yeah. I didn't mind the songs until it got to a point it got repetitive after a while and it just became a thing. One Nick says One Tree Hill was another Dawson's Creek. Yeah, One Tree Hill was my shit. To this day, I still love One Tree Hill, and I stand by that. And I also stand by loving the original Gossip Girl. Ariana says I like Riverdale because skipped the last season. It just was so like the sad thing is, Ariana, is that in a sense the last season was kind of more faithful to the comics as far as the time period and stuff. But because for me, I wasn't, what I'm saying, like you start off in present day, then the last season you go to the 1940s where everything just sucks for everyone. And I literally mean for everyone from people of color to women. It just seemed like a giant step backwards. Like this shit was just more depressing than anything else. No, I never got a chance to watch Dawson's Creek though. Darby said, "Oh, what's good, Darby? F Lucky Lulu is every bit her father's son, and I mean son because Lucky ain't ish. Lucky ain't ish." Oh yeah, Johnson says it didn't make a whole lot of sense where everyone was warped back into the 1950s on Riverdale. It didn't, but to be fair, when they had a bunch of powers and stuff and they became like superheroes, that shit didn't make any sense either. But I went with it, because at that point, I think they just said F it, right? Like they just literally said F it, and I was kind of here for it. CW says is sad about James. I hope he gets through it. Yeah, CW, I do too. You know, it's crazy, man. CW, you got him. You got the guy from Full House, I think. Yeah, thanks. That's what the name of the show is. Darby says hi, Auburn and his funky bunch. What's good, Darby? I felt like I was about to read that shit totally wrong. Donna said what Carter and Hope are doing is illegal and nothing is worth jail. No, but I would sit there and jokingly say, a really hot woman is worth jail, but no, no, no. This is what happens when you think with your joystick instead of it is illegal. Madonna, so well, I know you don't watch General Hospital, but so what they did with Harry says, are you talking about Riverdale Charm? Talk about Riverdale. Um, for me, it was good up until they got to the last season. And after that point, it didn't suck, but like I didn't like the direction that they went in. Just got out of work. Okay, well, it's good to see you, Darby. Because I know you usually here a lot earlier, so it's good to see you, though. It didn't suck. I just was not used to that time period, and I don't know. This didn't work for me. And I never watched Charm. I kind of wanted to watch Charm, and I tried the new reboot version of that, and but that was just bad. That was just like bad. I mean, it was like anything that you didn't like about TV shows and movies that you felt was woke. They just said fuck it. Was it raining over by you, Darby? By the way, I mean I know that you live in an area that's close to where I live. Tommy says, "Can Jack beat Victor?" Well, I'll tell you this much, Tommy. If anybody can pull it off, it'll be Jack. I just feel like I said, Tommy. At this point, it's like Victor, you too old for this shit. Like literally, it's you just too old for this, bro. He keeps up there saying like, "Oh, I'm doing this because of Nikki." It's like, no, you're doing this because you just have too much damn free time on your hands. Johnson says that I mentioned that Degrassi in the '80s aired on PBS. No, but Jonathan, I heard that they actually said the F word on that show way back when, though. W says no woman, period, is worth giving up the little freedom you think you have in this country. Yeah, but Darby, what if they're really hot though? I mean, come on, Darby. What if they're really hot though? You telling me like It's not worth a little jail time if, you know. Spider Quick says, damn, I love Lulu. She's my favorite character today. Well, I feel bad for you, Spider Quick, because I'm going to sit there and say this now. And, you know, granted, you know how I am. I will judge them accordingly. But I can tell you right now that, you know, Spider Quick, I know I was being very harsh on Lulu today, but I can tell you that most likely I'm going to be harsh on Lulu for the duration of her stay on General Hospital. I'll be fair, but you know no one is spared the rod, not even Jason Morgan. Johnson says the first show of the Degrassi franchise was a kids show, and by kids I mean children. Are you serious? Well, I'm pretty sure they quickly realized their mistake. Darby says yes, but it stopped by now. What? The kids of Degrassi Street. What? Like Quick talks about Jason and Anna. They got me heated today. No, the sad thing is they weren't actually that bad, Spider Quake. I mean, yeah, what they did was illegal and shit. But like, um, I mean, if they feel like Martin knows something, they're going to sit there and try to get the information out of Martin. So why did they piss you off, though? Harry says you warmed up to Nina Reeves, didn't you? Yes, I did. But you know, that's the thing about Kyrie is I like Jason Morgan, and I will still sit there and call him a sucker punching little bitch. Okay, I will still call Jason Morgan a sucker punching little bitch, and I stand by that. And I like Jason. Okay, half of the reason. Well, okay, well let's be honest. All the reasons why I actually started wearing a lot of black T-shirts back in high school was because of Jason. Harry says, "Please, Drew took that out." Yeah, and I'm still gonna call Jason a sucker punching bitch, little bitch. Wing says it was a weird time when AB and Carice both like Nina. I know, Wing. Nina Nation, baby, Nina Nation. I still want Nina Nation to take over. Johnson says not a preschool show, but a show for elementary and middle school kids. Hmm. Well, I gotta sit there and check that out. You hear that, Carice? From what Duan said? Tommy says you need to see Lame is good. Oh, what? Darby says, okay, would you spend 5 years in prison if Jessica Love times 1,000 if she asked you to? I mean, there's no, well, no. But I will make an exception though, Darby. Okay? Tommy, what's the name of the movie called again? Landman? That's what it's called. It's on Paramount. I like that. Hey, listen, that's a oh Landsman. Okay. I'll check that out. Johnson says then came Degrassi Jr. and Degrassi High School. I heard about Degrassi Jr. Wing says Landman is my favorite show right after Yellowstone. Ah, okay. Yeah, I will definitely check that out. Celia says apparently when Holt made her comment about Riz kids not worrying about being fired, she conveniently forgot that Thomas was fired after the CPA's plot. Yeah, but the thing is, okay, here's the thing though, to be fair, CW, Riz did step in and try to stop it for a little bit. He did. He did come in and he did sit there and try to stop it. Like he wasn't happy about it. But I do see what you're saying, but he wasn't entirely happy about it. He did sit there and be like, hey, maybe we should sit there and talk about this, reconsider. Yes, Jonathan, that's the movie with Liam Nilsson, I think, right? Or was it with the Baldwin? I think it was is it one of the Baldwins? Something about his face. He has to wear some makeup for like 24 hours or 8 hours or something. I haven't watched the movie in a while, but I think I have an idea what you're talking. Liam Neeson, yes. Oh, that's the second one. That's like years ago, and I mean like years ago. You know, before like DVRs and stuff. Maybe since you said if it's hot girl, Jessica asks. It depends, Darby. I mean, listen, Darby. I'll be open to it. I'll be open to the possibility, Darby. I mean, come on, she is Jess. Ariana says good night, Albert. Early morning. Waits for no one. Yes. Have a good night, Ariana. It was actually really great to see you. Stay safe, my love. It's always a pleasure to see you. Tommy said that if some did that to my son, I will be. Yes, Tommy, and I agree. I agree. Here's the thing. She sat there and she tried to frame. She sat there and she tried to frame Daniel. You know, I know that people may not like Phyllis, but yeah, she does have a right to sit there and be upset. Um, and Summer does need to kind of chill out on the jealousy. You're probably right, Kyrie's. You're probably right about that. Like I said, he is Jess. You're absolutely right about that, Kyrie's. Johnson says RIP Clyde Weston, at least for now. At least for now, right? See, but that's the problem, though, Jonathan. It's like, don't get me wrong, Jonathan. I like days, I do. It's certain little petty shit that has been just bothering me to some extent. Every Night 179, yes, Melissa Archer is a great dream to sit there and have. I'm gonna have to look her up just to sit there and see what she's doing now. Donna says being fired is always a possibility for most people when you get hired at a company. And the thing is, it's a family company too. I mean, Darby is Jessica Love. Like, I mean, what are you talking about? I mean, have you seen Jess? Like, have you seen Jess? Listen, I've seen that woman in person. Okay, you goddamn right. I will sit there and walk through glass and then some. Obviously, there's certain things that I wouldn't do, but Darby, you haven't seen her in person, so that's all I'm gonna sit there and say, Darby. You haven't seen her in person, so. Barry says, "I know what bothers me about Days of Our Lives. Do you know?" No, but I'm actually kind of curious though. Meant to say, good point. But Donna, the thing is, it's a family company. See, that's my whole thing though, Donna. You know, Hope and everybody, the Logans, it's a family company. When you work at a family company, it's just saying, Jason, he hasn't sat there and see just love in person, so goddamn right I will sit there and walk through glass, fire, ice. Oh, Gwen Risa. Gwen Risa. That was interesting, Kyrie. There was a point I couldn't stand Gwen. There was a point I couldn't like every single time, every single scene she was in, she just got on my goddamn nerves. But towards the end, I did like her though. Tommy says Lily needs to get off her high horse. You know, it's actually really crazy. She did all that BS, and in the end, she still didn't get the job back. She still didn't get the job back because Joe decided to betray her son. So Harry says yes, but you're gonna have to see her as Teresa first. Yeah, Harry, we just gotta sit there and bite the bullet. Just gotta sit there and bite the bullet. You know, you're right, Jonathan. This is why sometimes I sit there and I look at Days of Our Lives. I'm just like, what are you doing? Well, I mean, Darby, like I said, you haven't seen it in person, so that's why I'm gonna sit there and say, you goddamn right, Darby. Listen, I'm gonna sit there and send for anyone, and I'm not sitting there endorsing that unless she's hot. You goddamn right it'll be Jessica Love. You must be out your fucking mind if you think otherwise. You see that woman in person. When you see that woman in person, we'll have a different conversation. Darby says I like Clyde. People don't like Clyde because he seems like a country yokel up against city folks. No, they don't like Clyde because they've seen him too many goddamn times. That's why they don't like her. I thought I got rid of her. I got rid of Betty. I love Betty. Oh, Darby. Oh, I think when the stream is over, I'm gonna have to sit there and go on my bed and sit there and actually have a good cry about that. Yeah, yeah. I think I may do that. I don't know if I actually gonna have the gusto to sit there and do any research because of that. What am I gonna do to sit there and get over it? Maybe I'll just go to Jessica Love's Twitter. Maybe I'll just do that. Um, Carrie, listen, I love Betty, and Carrie, you know all the reasons why I love me some Betty. I also love what you call it. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Tommy. I just do it so well. Carrie says Albert really is trying to take my villain spot, being a jerk. Well, Kyrie, here's the thing though. Like I said, Kyrie, there's only room for one villain in this soap opera reviewer community. Kyrie, I'm doing you a favor, okay? Let me take all the hit, all the smoke, because I generally love being a dick anyway. So, I mean, you're a changed man, Kyrie's. You know, you're nice and you're polite and stuff like that, and you know, you don't really lash out at people like that. Let me tell you something. Kyrie's is probably one of the nicer reviewers that I know. Okay, everything he's there saying right now, even that comment right there, is just as the kids say, cap. So Wink says, hmm. Becky says, or you little baby villains are so. Listen, Becky. I may come across as nice sometimes. I guess I can be nice, whatever that means. But you know, what can I say? I'm just kind of a villain. Harris, I can't believe you actually talked that pairing to Brock TV. I gotta rewatch that stream again. That was some funny shit. That that was some funny shit. When he sat there, he started talking about Tracy, and Brock just sat there and looked at him like, "I'm sorry, what?" Then he kept turning. Then he kept turning the chair around at him every time he kept talking. That was hilarious. Oh, he didn't just call you bluff, Carries. He did way more than that. Monique says, I don't care how much I love someone or think I love someone. No one is worth losing yourself over. I mean, yeah, but Jess is really hot. Wing says, Aber say what Riz said to Hope, and I'll believe you. I mean, I'm a villain. I don't like. I wouldn't go OD though. You know, Wink. I wouldn't go OD. I mean, I'm a villain. There's certain things that you just don't. You know. Like he says, okay, when you're writing in prison cell, titles don't go crying in prison because they will make you wear a dress. Yeah, but Jess is worth it though. She's worth it. Tommy says Devon is on the show. What? Spike Quick says, I hope you see the errors of your ways with Lulu. With Spider Quake, only time will sit there and tell. But I will sit there and, I'll be fair day by day. Wayne says, you hesitated, you're no villain. Now, no way, I could be a villain, but I mean, even villains do have a point where it's like, all right, bro, now you're just being an asshole. Wayne, Dave's got a point, you're just being kind of an asshole. Quick Quick says, it took a while for me to be team trainer. No, I get that. But Trisha was good. Debbie says, I remember that too, Albert. No, but so like, oh, it took you a while to be Team Nina. I mean, it's very quick. You know how I do. I adjust them day by day. Debbie says, I remember that too, Albert. Remember what? I kind of said or did a lot of stuff. So, Debbie, oh, nobody is, well, just Jessica Love is that exception. So, Wink says being a lovable asshole is part of a villain's charm. Yeah, I mean, I get that, Wink, but like, I mean, when you call somebody who used to sit there and call you dad a little nasty bitch, that I feel like that may be going a little bit too far. Like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get that Hope is not the best character, and she is kind of extra, but To do that to somebody who used to sit there and look up to you and call your father. Harry says, I love that collab between us. I went in on Lois right in the beginning. You did. You did, Kyrie's. And then Brock had to sit there and put you in timeout when you started to kind of OD a little bit, which was hilarious. Johnson says, let's hold days because that's a few villains soon who is compelling. I mean, the thing is, Jonathan, I know that every episode can't always be great. And I know that every parts of the show can't always be great. And I get that. And today, Jonathan, I do feel like the good outweighs the bad, right? And it wasn't really so much bad. It was just like, bro, listen, like, Javi's, get off your damn high horse and stop acting like a goddamn prima donna. Like, people make mistakes. And Leo, why are you engaging with them? Like, what's the point of that? And Carrie being like, "Oh, why you sit there and like this show, and then you started writing and made it go downhill." I'm like, why do you care so much? Why are you competing with him for hobby? Like, I think Jonathan, I feel like she might have been brainwashed or something. I don't know. Like, and she was so fast to sit there and try to shoot Kat just because she thought that Clyde was her friend. Like, what did Clyde do to her to convince her to literally take somebody else's life? If there's not brainwashing, then what did she do? Monique says, how the F is Ian blaming Joy for what she had no control over? How was she supposed to know Nick was going to? Yeah, Monique, and that's another thing. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Monique, because I'm like, bro, you sitting there asking Jordan to go out and do all this other stuff and go and look for, go and look to make sure that Sharon's family isn't miserable and despair. I'm like, what are you, bro? You're the one that has the freedom. Like, what are you doing? Yeah, but that's the thing though, Spider Quake. I'm cool with Clyde being dead because Clyde being a villain at this point is just lazy. I mean, that's the thing though, Spider Quake. I haven't watched the show that long. Clyde is an old villain, okay? And I've been watching the show for 4 years, and Clyde has been on the show for a while. So maybe him being dead is kind of like a good thing. But yeah, Spider Quake. I heard on social media that they said that his character was gone. So I think they're gonna have to be forced to like make a good villain. Well, there still is the Hattie, yeah. Like I said, it's Fire Greg. I mean, don't get me wrong. I will love Days of Our Lives. I just think that there's certain things that they need to do to make the show better. Um, like I said, I still love EJ. EJ's on the show. Um, Xander is interesting. He can be kind of wild and over the top. Kristen is a great character. They have some good characters and some good stories, but when they start doing this whole hobby BS, it just gets to a point where it's like, hmm. Her says, what do you think of Tracy and Alan? Do you think that's really Martin? I'm hoping so, guys. I think that would be a really interesting twist. If it found out that it was the brother, the evil brother, and he was playing the long game or whatever. But I feel like if they did do that, then they definitely missed their opportunity. I feel like if they did that now, it would just be a little kind of like desperate. Unfortunately, I'll be cool with it, but at least I would know, like, all right, now y'all just being desperate with it. Cause yeah, we got we got Ashley back, and we still don't know about her trauma and her trauma from when she was a kid and what triggered her or anything like that. And I think yesterday's episode, Abby and Devon was there, and that was literally the most boringest part. And I like Devon, but that was the most boringest part of that whole episode. Jonathan, didn't it feel like Clive was going to sit there and say, well, the thing about Abigail is that she is alive? Eh, Spike, like, I'll sit there and say this much. If you take nothing from what I say, Cat will go a long way. Cat will go a long way in your future, Spider-Man. And I know people will sit there and look at Spider-Greg's comments and will sit there and think that's out of pocket. And I don't look at it with your comments that you say will be out of pocket. I just think that Tack will be one of your best friends in the future. 'Cause the thing is, Spider-Quake goes back a long way. And I'm not trying to bring this up or whatever to like, whatever. But I remember when Victor Kiriakis passed, because the actor passed away. And I remember you sitting there saying something very similar. And I remember you sitting there looking at that comment and being like, Carrie says Ashley is getting my nerves. She's back to be her over the top hatred of Diane is annoying. That's what I was sitting there thinking about, Jonathan. That's what I was thinking that he was probably going to sit there and say. Tommy says, can we talk about Nick? Is really what do Halo help Sharon after she did all those crimes? Nick is out of pocket. Nick is out of pocket for the way he's been acting towards Victor, too. Victor, I'm like, she lives on Victor's property. Okay. He has a right to sit there and know about Nick's crazy ex wife, girlfriend, whatever. Okay. She did try to burn down the damn house that they're standing in. And another thing I'm getting kind of annoyed about is that the family isn't there trying to act like Sharon is some sort of goddamn victim. I get that she has I get that she has mental illness, but like she did some shit. Oh, okay, it's okay. And I was I'm willing to give it a little bit of a chance though, um, to see where it will go. But I get what you're saying so far, Spider Quick. Wink says, I don't think it's out of pocket. Just know your audience and read the room. Yes. No, that's the thing though, Wink. I'm not necessarily saying what he said was out of pocket, but I know how some other people would feel though, Wink. Because the thing is, Wink, when you get older, things hit you a little bit differently, right? Yeah, and I watched soap operas since I was in high school. So when you see characters dead or a character in a hospital, whatever, when I was younger, it didn't really affect me, you know? It was just like, oh, okay, this is a scene or whatever. It's whatever. Um, when you get older and things happen in your real life, when you see scenes like that, it starts to hit you a little bit differently. So, but the same thing also about that quick. It's like Doug is kind of a monster, right? This woman just sat there and sobbed about how important that necklace was to her. And the only thing he said was, oh, don't worry, Julie. I'll always be here for you. What the Johnson says of if and hmm? And I agree with that, but I agree with that, Kyrie. I do. I would just make an example. No, I was just making an example. Um, Or an even crazier twist, what if not only Abigail's alive, but Clyde brainwashed her too to believe she is his wife? Right? You would almost sit there and think about that with Kat's mother, how she was acting. No, Carries, no, we're not getting on. I was just making an example. CW says Ozzy Red said what many people thought about Hope, especially during the storyline. I just didn't think he would actually say that. I guess Brooke Magic lost his powers. I mean, he said what he said, and it was just like, yes, I do, Carries, because ultimately, no actor owns a character. We may love the actor in that role, but they don't own the character. So all reality carries, I feel like everyone is replaceable in a sense, character wise. That's not to saying an actor is replaceable as far as their life and who they are. But as far as a role is concerned, the show needs to go on. Justice has said we finally met Constantine's daughter. You mean Constantine's wife? I mean, what do you mean Constantine's daughter? She is a victim. Someone drug. Okay, let me put this in another way, Donna. Because maybe that might. Okay, I'm saying. Okay, it's not like Sharon. That's okay. That's true, Donna. That's true. She didn't plan to do that. I guess. I mean, I was kind of the wrong words. I was sit there and say this much though, Donna. I think that she still does deserve to sit there and get some consequences for her. Donna. Cat's mother is Constantine's daughter, Katharina. What? She's not a Sophia level, okay. Um, CW says, question number, do you see another actor in the role of Victor Newman or Wyatt? And if so, who would you? I don't know who I would sit there and get to play Victor. God damn, that's a really good question, CW. That's a really good question. I mean, CW, like I said, I feel like there's no actor that's replaceable. But I don't know who I would see this. I don't know. That's like Sunny. I don't know who I would see anybody else playing Sunny. Um, like I don't know if I would see anybody else playing Sunny as far as like anyone I can think of, but that's the thing though, Wayne. It says Victor can't be recast, the fans will raise hell. Let him. The show must go on. And that's the same thing for Michael. Oh, okay. So Sophia is a future A-list actress. Okay, okay. Johnson says the woman John thought he killed. I'm not really. I don't get it. You said Kat's mother is Constantine's daughter. Kat's mother is Constantine's daughter, Katharina. Wait. Okay, I mean, listen, Kyrie's, I get it. You know, you don't sit there and see somebody else playing Ava. Somebody else could sit there and say they don't see somebody else playing Sonny Corinthos and um, Victor Newman and Jack Abbott. But like I said, no one is replaceable. Johnson says Katharina was Constantine's daughter, not his wife. What? Quite Quick says, yeah. And actually, I really did not spell it quick. Um, I only actually had one thing to drink. I'm actually very clear headed. I just, okay, well, now I just learned something. Johnson says Katharina was Constantine's daughter, not his wife. Yeah, but like, Kat's mother, Kat's, okay. Hmm. Well, you go right ahead and try, Kyrie's. Oh, granddaughter. Oh. Oh, okay. Damn. Okay, well, no. Donna says I disagree. If she had chose to get high or blank and did unlawful things, then sure she should pay. But someone drugging her without her knowledge would hallucinate she did those things under the influence. The person who drugged her is responsible. Hmm. Oh, Donna might be have a point. Hmm. I mean, I guess it's shown in such a shitty way then, right, Donna? Because here's the thing: she was very meticulous about framing. But no, Tommy, the thing is, she was very meticulous about framing Daniel, the details and the text messages and stuff like that. It's like that was very thought out, right? And Kyrie said he would own it. God damn it! I love it. Johnson says, and Cass' mother is Constantine's. And Cass' mother is Constantine's daughter, the woman that. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Oh, that explains it. Thank you, Jonathan. Cat was named after her mother. Oh, god damn it. You know, Jonathan, I guess that's what happens when you watch all four shows. Donna said, think about Sonny walling out because his mask was tampered with. He wasn't fully responsible for those things he was doing during the time. You know what? I don't know, Tommy. Donna kind of has a good point. Donna has Donna has a good point. But but does she though? Like Quick says, I will read my comment quickly because I stand by it. Whoop, okay. Like Quick says, when Kristen pops Ava and Ava is dead, party time. And I stand by that comment. Okay. When Christina pops Ava and Ava is dead, party time. Ooh, and he stands by that comment. No, Tommy, she didn't take medication, but she was given something that was against her will, though. And that's a little bit different, though. But Tommy, think about it, though. Donna is, you already have to have it in you. Not backing down. I'm listen, Donna. You got a point. Yeah, but the thing is, Tommy, she did it under the influence, though, right? And this is not. This isn't a Haley. This isn't a Haley thing where she actively took alcohol and decided to drink under the influence. If she had gotten spiked and that happened, then yeah. But like I said, and I know, Caris, you're gonna get upset about this, but so then, yeah, that's the thing, though, Tommy. It's a little bit different, though. Yeah, she did all that, but she did it under an influence and without her knowledge. The girl Donna has a point. Seriously, Tommy, Donna has a point. See, that's why I love doing. This is why I love doing these live streams because I learned something sharing these jail. Okay, Tommy. Well, Tommy, we can agree to disagree, but I can see where Donna's coming from, though, and that's why I love doing these live streams. Because I get a different perspective. Wink says, "What crackhead on PCP has ever framed someone for murder?" uh, Johnson said, "Kristen clearly already retired against Brady for rejecting her. And she's doing it in the worst way, too. Like, she's using her kids as a weapon, which is like, ugh. And she does that shit every time she doesn't get her way. It's so annoying." Spikequick says, "Ava will end up like Connie thanks to Kristen, and I'm alive when it happens." Is why they shouldn't be given to anyone without medication supervision. Sharon's regular meds were tampered with. Tommy says if Phyllis won't go to jail, Sharon won't go to jail. Okay. Dawn says Phyllis needs jail too. I think there's a good possibility, Spider Quake. I think that Curtis is acting all butthurt about something he was never guaranteed to get, but I think he's crafty enough to sit there and try to make it work. Yeah. I don't know if he's exactly in the right to do it, but because people hate Drew so much that they'll sit there and take it. So Quick says actually Drew was promising Curtis. I don't think I don't think he ever actually said the words. I think he misled him. And granted, I'm not sitting there going to defend that, like, because that was wrong, you know. Tommy says Sharon needs to lose her Mercedes Benz. That is hilarious. I love it, Tommy. Like, Okay, so first Firequake is not defending Lulu, which I stand 10 toes down on. Then he's also defending Curtis and his um butthurt feelings. Oh my god, you didn't give me exactly what I want. Bro, you gonna be fine. He gonna sit there and give you some money. You gonna go back to you know, where you belong. Because honestly, to tell you the truth, Michael should run the company as CEO before Drew. Tommy's hilarious. Tommy's hilarious. And Dwan says Ava ain't going nowhere. Yeah, most likely not. Yeah, I mean, I get it, CW. A lot of people aren't fans of Drew and his shenanigans, and I get it. I'm not defending that shit either. I'm just saying, like Curtis, bro, you gonna be fine. You acting like he really screwed you over, and that's the thing. And that's the thing, Swipe right. And the fact that Drew is playing Curtis, if he would have just been honest and Curtis still acted like that, then Curtis would be worse. But Drew being fake, yeah, and I agree. You don't do that with friends. Quick says, Tommy says I should get Sharon's Mercedes Benz, and Tommy says, do you think Sharon should go to jail? No, no, I don't. I think she should. I definitely think that she should do like a stint in like a psychiatric place or whatever. But jail time, no, no. And I hate saying that, but like she was under control of her actions. I mean, this was literally because of drugs in her system. House arrest? No. That's the same thing as jail. Well, it's not the same thing as jail, but like Harry says, hell no, she ain't going no more, but that big eyed crackhead looking Christina can go back to days of our lives. Um Tommy says, I hate to agree with you. I mean, the thing is, Tommy, I get it because it's like she did do all those things, right? Framing and breaking in and everything like that. But if her stuff was tampered with, that means that she wasn't in control of what she was doing. Yeah, she may hate Daniel, and I think that that's whatever. But like, this is not. It's not premeditated. If she wasn't on that stuff, if she wasn't on PCP when she did it, and I would fully wholeheartedly agree with you. But I think that's her out. You got to remember, Tommy. Sharon is a legacy character. Harry says, "Do you think Jordan's going to get the death sentence?" No, I don't. I think at this point, Carrie's they're just going to sit there and send her to another jail. She's going to get back out in about 6 to 8 months, and they want to sit there and spice things up, and they'll just let her back out. It's unfortunately though. That's the thing, Tommy. Like it's a little bit different, and the thing is, Donna actually helped me see that. So now I'm just like, yeah, she's right. Unfortunately, Tommy, that's the truth of the matter. Nobody says Curtis doesn't deserve the company just because your boss is two faced doesn't mean he owes you. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, your boss could sit there and be a scumbag, a dirtbag, um, and a bunch of other names that I'm not going to say tonight. Curry says I still want Jordan over Connie. Hmm, yeah, I can see that. Connie did get annoying after a while. I mean, Connie was when Connie first came on. She was somewhat interesting because it's like you didn't suspect it. But then they had her talk and have her do lines and like eh, that shit just went downhill at that point. Tommy, I think at the very best, they would probably sit there and try to put it on their involuntary manslaughter, which I don't even know if you can really prove that down. Tommy says, I thought Carter was going to lose his convertible with no job. He got a job. The convertible is still fine. Tommy, he may wind up getting a new convertible. Oh, he may wind up getting two convertibles in different colors. That'd be awesome. Justin says Connie was a nut job. She was a nut job, but she was also annoying, right? That was the thing, though. She was just literally annoying. So, Harry says Connie don't got a good body like Tracy Abbott. Yeah, okay. Um, yep. Wink says Curtis and Carter tried to do the same thing as Sus. GH and B&B giving them storylines to compete with Beyond the Gates. Hmm. I don't know how that's possible. I mean, the gates didn't even happen yet. Sometimes I do, Tommy. Sometimes I do. And the thing is, Tommy, here's the thing, Tommy. I'm like Victor Newman, okay? I like to know what every soap channel's doing, okay? I like to know what every soap channel's doing, Tommy. Just like, Tommy, you heard of Why in Our Chat with Abby, right? I know you know who Why in Our Chat is with Abby. Actually, I didn't know that, Carice. I mean, I don't really know how much of a difference that makes as as far as Connie, but that's cool. That's good health wise. That's good. I mean, yeah, Maxie looks good. Johnson says she really was talking to a cardboard cutout was over the top. It was over the top. It was over the top. But the thing is, Jonathan, here's the thing. At first, it was kind of creepy. There was one point when she first started talking to the cardboard cutout. And what creeped me out wasn't that she was talking to the cardboard cutout, that she was talking to the cardboard cutout and it had no music. So just imagine you talking to an inanimate object with no music, no dramatic music or anything like that. You're just talking to an inanimate object. That was the creepy part. Then it just got stupid. I think if they would have did that, that might have added a certain level of creepiness to it. Why are you going to boycott the gates, Duan? I don't know what he's they're saying. Winger says that's the point. Beyond the Gates is coming. When have black characters ever had these many frontline storylines? Glad. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, Wink. I know you weren't Duan. I knew you were just trolling. Hey, that's the thing, though. That's the thing. Cherry's cream. When you go to Kyrie's streams, Duan is kind of like my Ron. My Jester. So you gonna keep that energy on, Kyrie's. I'm not gonna lie. Part of me sat there and said, well, "Was Kyrie's doing that because Alyssa was here?" Well, I said, "I just want to see how you would react." Eh, well, I don't think I acted too wild and out of control, so yeah, I think I did just about fine. But I think I'm gonna end the stream here because it's 11:10. I should probably get some rest. Um, I do want to wake up somewhat early since I did have a good start to the day. Um, get some soaps off the way and ooh, okay. I'm here for that, Kyrie. I am here for that. Please do that. Please, please, please do that, Kyrie. You may be public enemy number one, but I got your back though. Yes, have a good night, Jonathan. Have a good night, Kyrie. Have a good night, Wink Wink. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Have a good night, Duan. Have a good night, Darby. Have a good night, Gorgeous Queen Cat Lady. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Have a good night, Wink Wink. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Johnson says, join us next time for another Disney Assault Child with Albert Bostic. Yeah, Nina Nation. Johnson says, good night, everyone. Hit the like button on the way out. Yes, hit that like button on the way out. Thank you, my friend. Jonathan, my Michael Bowman to my Victor Newman. Have a good night, Duan. I feel like there's some more people in the chat that I didn't say goodnight to, but you know who you are, Jan. You know who you are. Yes, have a good night, Darby. Have a good night, Spiderquake. And anybody else who I didn't say goodnight to, again, you know who you are, and I will sit there and see y'all in the next live stream. Harry says, good night, Albert, good night, Wink, Wink, good night, Duan, good night, Jonathan, good night, Donna, good night, Flawless Queen, Jessica, and Darby, and everyone else. Yes, you have a good night, Kyries. Stay safe out there, and I will see you on the next stream. Laters.